Hi there, Adam Ruff here, workforce manager at Price Electric. As part of this revitalization of lean and making sure everybody's educated on it, idea was to put together some videos of people explaining waste on their projects and how they identified them and how they came up with ways to eliminate them. And I'm going to share those to the whole company. So basically what I went out there and asked was, what are the wastes that you're seeing? Why are these wastes happening? And what ways can we come up with eliminating these wastes so we can be more productive, more efficient, whatever terms you want to use, but just to make things better on your job sites. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. These guys did a great job, and just watch and enjoy.
All right. One thing to eliminate labor and waste on a job is to know your team and make sure you know their skill levels before you give them a task. That eliminates rework and cuts the cost on labor on a job to save time and money so you can stay on budget.
Yeah. What training methods do you use to train maybe a new hire on a task?
Just kind of walk them through something a couple of times and periodically come back and check on them just to make sure that they're doing it correctly and they're doing it the way that you want it done as well.
Yeah. Perfect. Good.
I think a big cause of waste is needing to do rework. Rework shit like having to go back through, change things from lack of answers. Whether it not be done right or it's in the wrong spot or plans have changed. I think it's a huge time killer, not only manpower but budget hours, and easy way to stop that from happening is, making sure everybody knows what's going on and how to get it done, and also making sure that we've got all the answers we need before we start the work or even send manpower to a job to, start working. We can't get it all done, or if we do start it and we have to go back and change it later, there's no point.
Charles, what do you do on a daily basis to try to eliminate waste?
So a daily basis to eliminate waste would be like to make sure everybody gets here on time in the morning and we go over what we're going to do and make sure everybody is understanding what they're doing, because we need to, if nobody understands what's going on, we're going to have waste. So instead of focusing on getting out and going, we're more focused on getting everybody understanding what their task is, because I feel like once everybody understands their task, that getting out and moving faster towards that 7 o'clock is going to come with it. So
Time saver.
At the job that I'm working on right now, the phase that we're in, we're doing a lot of rework, and we're finding that we're finding a lot of wires that are not labeled. We have just poor craftsmanship, just a lot of things that need addressing that should have been addressed the first time. So a lot of our waste right now is just spent reworking things that weren't completed correctly the first time.
Yep. And then how would you eliminate that?
To address that, I mean, you need to take a time. I know we're all under pressure, we're all under a timeline, but just taking a few extra minutes to know that your bends are correct, that you're pulling the right wire, that everything is labeled. When you get into a box that you didn't make up and nothing's labeled, well, now you've added multiple minutes or possibly hours onto my time, because now I don't know what the wires are for. Now I got to trace them back, as opposed to dealing with the original reason I was getting into something like that.
Yep. Perfect.
A good idea of eliminating waste is not over ordering material. I guess just make a list, then go through your tasks and see what you need, what you can skimp on a little bit, and make sure you're not short on things. It's a big one.
Perfect.
Alright, we've got this price trailer here with all our material, but we've got material for way later in the job, and we've got material for other jobs. And even the stuff we're using is kind of disorganized, so we just need to go through and organize it.
All right. What about you, Calvin?
I guess mine is not really for here, but other job sites, it's more of a waste of manpower. So let's say a project's getting done and it's not told what the person is going to be there to do, and they keep asking foreman, hey, like, what do I need to do? And all they say is get this pipe run done. But what exactly is that pipe run for? Knowing the smaller details can help prevent mistakes from happening. You know, pipes
Yeah.
getting swapped around, just small things like that.
Yep.
So it just comes down to communication and kind of a waste of manpower.
Yeah, good one.
Well, one big waste we're running into here recently is on a particular job site. We ran a bunch of Cat 6 cable. Come to find out, it wasn't plenum rated Cat 6 cable. We found out that the mechanical contractor had a wild air return, which therefore makes the above ceiling on the drop a plenum rated area. So we had to re-pull all the Cat 6 and waste quite a bit of it, unfortunately. So we lost power, material cost and labor cost both ways. So ergo, if you're on a job, just make sure that you are aware of the plenum rated areas so you don't have to do what we're dealing with at the moment.
Awesome. Thanks.
I guess for me, lean would be focusing on the materials, cutting out a middleman where we have a process, getting materials here when we need them, just waiting around, having something running in the shop, or taking them along the way here, just kind of streamline the process.
Yeah. And for me, like on this job site for lean, we have to have a trailer that's parked really far away, so we have a lot of stuff on our car, created a lot of clutter. So if we could get like a one-off shelf or a clam shell on job sites where the trailer's really too far and it makes no sense, then that would help us here. So.
Talking about lean construction, so yesterday we were pulling wire, and while Colton was making up the head, I had to wait for like a minute or something. So while I'm waiting, I made some little labels or little stickers that instead of Colton wrapping up his head and then labeling them, I can just give this to him and he can peel it off and just stick it on. So then it just saves us like a minute about. So I think that's just one way to go about lean construction.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed those videos these guys made. They did a great job. So I plan on doing this probably once a week. We'll see how it goes. I'm no videographer, but you know, I'll do the best I can to try to improve every time. But you know, this is hopefully you learned something, and you know, you can implement it on maybe your project or something you're doing to try to improve things on what you're working on. The main thing to get out of this is, you know, be asking yourself, your teams, whoever you be working with, okay, what are we doing? Okay, what are we doing that's waste? How can we make it better? You know, if you guys are asking yourself that on everything you're working on, stuff will improve. So if you got videos, you want to make your own and send them to me, I'll take all I can. I'm going to go out there and make videos, but the more the merrier. I think this should be fun, and let's enjoy this and get to see other people, what they're working on, how they're improving, and just keep this continuous improvement thing going, man. Hope you guys are having a good day. See ya.